What's good, my boys? And before we get started, I have noticed that 50% of the people watching my videos don't got 2 seconds to sub to me. Come on, lock in. We right there to 20,000 subs. Y'all want me to keep putting out this content? I need y'all to hit that sub button. But today we have the badge tier list. I will be splitting all of the badges into 4 separate categories just so like I can explain out a little bit more on why some badges that y'all didn't know was souped are souped and why some badges are trash, just so we can keep it a stack. So let's get straight into it. First we got Acrobat. I'm going to be putting Acrobat in A tier. Last year was almost an exploit type glitch thing that they had going on. If you ever switched up your shot, you automatically made it. So this year, if you actually do switch up your shot, which would be considered like jelly or whatever you want to call it, it almost always goes in. As long as it's because it changes your layup time, and if it's on to off and you make a lot of like the time, it doesn't matter. So you can switch up the shot and shoot like a backward reverse layup and very early, but it goes to no time, and so the CPU will time it for you, and that's why it usually goes in. Next we got Fearless Finisher. Fearless Finisher will go into like B. Fearless Finisher is basically tireless score, but for finishing. Like if you don't got no stam, you can just go up. So people who play now, or people who have 6'8" slashers will notice this a little bit more, just because like LeBron and Giannis will still finish through traffic even if they have no, stamina. Not much on that. Next we got Flow Game. Flow Game is going to be the first badge that's going to be going in S tier. Anybody who has used Devin Booker or Sabonis' floater, I think those are the 2 best floaters off the top of my head. They literally will let you float from the free throw line. If you don't block it, it has like a 99% chance to go in. Just most people don't actually work on a float game, work on floating the ball, etc. Floaters are one of the most gassed versions of paint scoring on the game. There are many more. Like I said, I'm here, so everything that been gate for y'all can figure it out. I can help y'all with y'all my players, y'all play nows, y'all my leagues, whatever, everything y'all got going on, just to make sure y'all know what y'all got going on. Next, you got Giant Slayer. Giant Slayer is going to be my probably only D tier badge. It's nothing really just wrong with it. It's just like, if you like 6'2" and you go up on a 7'2", you really have no chance of scoring no matter what you do. Like, because Giant Slayer is supposed to help you slay through the contact, and you're not like just laying somebody just that. The center can probably have 25 interior, and you still won't lay him. So Giant Slayer is probably one of the worst badges in my opinion. Next we got Hook Specialist. Hook Specialist will go into A tier. If you actually do shoot post hooks, the boost that this does give you actually does make it more OP. Now you're not post hooking from the 3-point line or just inside the 3-point line like you used to, but you still are post hooking at will. But a lot of people don't do it anymore because it's frowned upon in the community. So, to each its own. Next we got Masher. I'm going to put Masher in like B tier. Masher isn't as OP as it was, I'd say, in the past. I really don't even know why they added this badge because mashing is just going to be good whether it's not. Problem with Masher is I can be on a 6'5" guard and you can be on a 7'2" center and you'll miss the layup. You'll get your own rebound and then score it again, but you're most likely going to just miss a standing layup even if we do have the 3-inch differential. So that's just, that's neither here nor there. Next, you got Post Spin Technician. I'll put Post Spin in like B. Post Spin Technician is just a good badge. It's not, actually, I'll put it in C because it's not as OP as it has been in the past. And the best Post Spin animation, which is the inside Post Spin where you flick the stick same side while in the post, you don't even need post spin to trigger it. So since the best post spin animation doesn't even deserve the badge or doesn't even need the badge isn't a necessity for you to trigger it, you shouldn't be that worried about having post spin. Next we got Posterizer. Posterizer is going to be the A tier badge. The reason Posterizer is going to be an A tier badge is because I think people confuse Posterizer and Precision and Slithery a little bit more than they're supposed to. Posterizer is obviously a good badge, but Posterizer isn't the reason that you're contact dunking with a stick on people. Posterizer is more of, if I go up for a dunk and you whirl through my path, like, that's Posterizer. It's not really getting you many contact dunks because you really don't get contact dunks without the stick anyways. So I'll have Posterizer in A tier. Next, you got Precision Dunker. Probably the 3rd best badge on this list right now. I know y'all wondering, like, Jesus, what could be a better badge? But it's one I know y'all don't know about, and then there's the rest of them. But Precision Dunker, it has completely reshaped the game of slashing. It is probably the most OP. I have seen something in God knows how long. Like, Precision Dunker basically just makes your stick dunk meter bigger. And the reason it's so broken is because whatever the dunk looks like when you first trigger the animation is what it stays as. So I can go up from a step inside the free throw line and 3 people can drop. It's still going to keep my meter as when I went up. It's the same thing of when you shoot like a step back. The step back triggers from where you shot the ball. So it's so good. It's almost looked at as an exploit because it's really, really easy to like learn how to master, or at least learn how to get jiggy with the stick dunk meter. Next we got Pro Touch. Pro Touch is just going to go in C. Nothing too crazy. I mean, if you do have on your layup timing, I guess the little attribute boost you get for greening enough of them or having good timing on them is good, but it's not really stopping any show. Next we got Rise Up. Rise Up is going to be the next S tier badge for my standing dunkers. If you want to learn why you're not getting animations 1 foot under the goal or off one step, it's because of this badge. This badge is so OP that you can make a 6'5" with no standing dunk, like 25 standing dunk, and you can still get standing dunks because of Rise Up. There actually was a standing dunk glitch in the past, not really a glitch anymore, where it made you contest out of bounds every single time, and all you have to do was stop on a dime, hold R2, and then just go up and you get a standing dunk animation with Drew Holiday, who has 25 standing dunk. Literally. Rise Up is one of the best badges on the game and will always be. Ariel Wizard. Ariel Wizard is just going to go and see. The contact dunk animation, as long as you don't get an actual contact dunk animation, you miss so many lobs. Now, just because of Anchor. Anchor, just as long as it's in the vicinity, it'll make sure you miss. Next, we got Scooper. Scooper is the second most OP badge on this list. Anybody who's turned on the 2K League game, anybody who's made a build with no dunk, scoops are by far the most annoying thing to deal with because the contact that you put body to body on them isn't really doing anything because they're going up with the opposite ball hand anyways. So if you completely smother their body and they go up with one hand, it's still a bucket. It's people who have 68, 70 driving layups under my player and they're still laying every single time. A person who has 90 plus interior. You have to block it. You have to meet it at the rim and you have to block it, or you need to bring help and they have to block it. Like it just is what it is. Scoop is probably the most skill gap badge on here, while also being one of the most broken badges on here as well. So it's just like, it's crazy. Next we got Slithery. Slithery and Posterizer, I think, go what and what. Slithery is what's getting you multiple contact animations, contact layup animation, contact dunk animations, and switching up animations when you get put into a different version of an animation. So I think Slithery is like one of the most underrated badges because I think a lot of things that y'all think Posterizer does, Slithery is really doing. So I think you should just pay a little bit more attention to what badge is popping up top right. Next we got Spin Cycle. Spin Cycle is just going to go in B tier. Spin Cycle and Two Step. Two Step is going to go in A tier though. Both of these badges are more like CPU based badges. So like game modes where it's team based, where you're going versus the CPU, like Play Now Online, My League, and My Team. You'll see these badges used at more of a rate than if you're going versus another user, such as Rec, Stage, etc. It glitches out the player if they play right stick defense. Especially if it's the CPU. If you Euro the CPU, they'll always just get stuck in animation in limbo and let you just go up. Next, we got Whistle. Whistle's going to go in S tier as well. Whistle has broken this game in ways that it shouldn't even been broken. The foul success slider was already turned up too high on 2K23, so they then chose to drop a badge that gets you more foul calls. Now, the problem with Whistle is I could see if it just worked in the paint. It works in the paint. It's a thing called foul glitching in a way that you can go up every single time when they're on your hip and get a foul every single time if you got Whistle on off. You can't shoot the ball. You can't jump at a jump shooter anymore because Whistle's going to pop up and it's a foul. You can't jump at a midi. You can't jump in a post. You can't breathe on the defender. It's like we're playing 2018 James Harden. Like, it's ridiculous what Whistle has done to the game. Next, we got Back Down Punisher. Back Down Punisher is just B. The animations you get after backing down somebody are really trash, so it's not as OP as you would think it to be. Big Driver is going to go in A. It basically just gets you a blow by in the paint, like past the free throw line, and basically just making sure you get a blow by on whoever is guarding you. Better on bigger players such as Giannis is and people of that stature. Next, we got Bulldozer. Bulldozer is going to go in B. Amazing animation, but it like got nerfed before the game even like came out. So like the animation, the only good Bulldozer animation really is like the Bulldozer animation where you like get a two-hand standing dunk out of it. Other than that, like the layup is so easy to just block. Like you have literally, it's like you're in the Matrix. You can go block the layup off the Bulldozer animation whenever you choose to. Next, we got Bunny. Bunny's also going to go in B tier. Same explanation as Two Step and Spin Cycle. Basically, these badges are more usable versus the CPU. And now we got the best badge on this list that most of y'all don't even know about. Dream Shake is the most glitched badge on the game right now because the way Dream Shake works is it's supposed to only work when inside the paint. It basically makes people bite on pump fakes. So if you are playing versus users, if they play right stick defense in which they're trying to manually contest and you keep pump faking and you have gold plus Dream Shake, it will make their player get out of position. Now for those who play My Team, My League, or Play Now Online, this badge, for a lot of people, I know you have been wondering why your team keeps jumping at random pump fakes, or why when you accidentally pump fake the opponent magically just jumps at air. The CPU defensive assist strength makes you almost contest every single play if they have gold or higher Dream Shake, because the pump fake version of this badge is glitched. It's only supposed to work in the paint or in the post, and it works on the 3-point line. It works at half court. You'll literally just see your CPU jumping for joy. Or if you spam pump fakes in another game mode, such as, let's say you go in park, like, and they're playing right stick defense, or their player quits and they have an AI player, you pump fake, they'll usually jump. But you have to have it on gold or higher for it to be successful. So I know y'all didn't know much about that badge. I know y'all gonna look at that badge. Make sure y'all listen to the explanation. Next we got Drop Stepper. Drop Stepper is just gonna be B. Nothing too crazy. The drop step animations kind of suck on this game. The only really good drop step animation is the one that's considered a drop step glitch, which is where you go into the restricted area, you drop step opposite shoulder, and it pushes them under the goal, and even if they jump literally to the sky, they're going to hit their head on the bottom of the rim or the bottom of the backboard, so it's an automatic bucket. Lastly, we have Fast Switch. Fast Switch is going to be an A. Just how quick you go up when in the paint by yourself. And if you have it on gold or higher, I think it rids like the worst standing up, which is a one hand, like super slow standing up. So that's all the sauce that I can give y'all on slashing. This is why we split it up into 4 different categories, just so y'all know and y'all can get more knowledge on everything. I hope you guys enjoyed the tier list. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Stop by the Twitch Splash. Stop by the Twitch Splash Edition. Turn on notice. DM me your comment on any of my posts, any questions. I love every single one of y'all. I'm out. Peace.